he's genius and I know he's brilliant, but sometimes he's just a 12-year-old. I'm talking about Elon Musk.
Oh, no.
He expanded his Robotaxi zone in Austin, Texas. And the new map outline doesn't exactly scream professional. He says that it's an upside-down T for Tesla. But if you take a look closer...
Okay. I mean, it looks like something phallic.
A part of the male anatomy.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, the internet noticed immediately.
Well, of course. I mean, it looks exactly like that.
He says it's a T.
I mean, you could if you turned it upside down, if you squinted, closed one eye, stood on one foot, and were a huge Elon Musk fan, then yeah, I could see that.
And everybody's loving it. They're like, oh yeah, there it is. There it is. And on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is an example of the transference of intellect and fun and know-how. It happens here week after week to make sure that you are always tech ahead and never left tech behind in the digital dust. Because after all, it's my job. I'm America's beloved digital goddess, here with you once again. And joining me is, of course, my co-host, Andrew Babinski, and he's also the co-host of the morning show in Phoenix, Arizona on 99.9 KEZ.
Hi, Kim.
It's more fun here, isn't it?
What? No, both shows are equally as fun.
I see. But see, so someday you're going to be sitting there in the morning and you're going to be like, gosh, we need to play Kim Komando's top 40 hit.
You know what I do, though? Sometimes I say, instead of saying, hey, Beth, I say, hey, Kim.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's awful. It's like I'm caught cheating.
Yeah. So you just say, you call them all honey.
Yeah. Hey, babe, quick question.
Hey, babe. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. You can find us on over 425 top stations from coast to coast, and we're streaming in your favorite radio app. And, of course, we're streaming as a podcast, The Kim Komando Show, wherever you get your podcasts. Do us a huge favor. Just leave us a great 5-star review. Every review counts. If you've learned just one thing over the years, if you've laughed at one bad joke or even just groaned, wherever you get your podcasts, give us a great 5-star review. And a special hello goes out to all of our listeners in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard, and the Space Force in 175 different countries who are joining us on the American Forces Network Radio. And I'd like to thank Oracle for helping to make this show possible. You know, in business, they say you can have better, cheaper, or faster, but you only get to pick two. Well, what if you could have all three at the same time? That's exactly what some of the world's most innovative brands and AI tech companies have since they've upgraded to the next generation of the cloud. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI, it's the blazing fast platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, AI needs, where you can run any workload in a high availability, consistently high performance environment and spend less than you would with other clouds. So how is it faster? OCI's block storage gives you more operations per second. Cheaper, OCI costs up to 50% less for computing, 70% less for storage, 8% less for networking. Better, in test after test, OCI customers report lower latency and higher bandwidth versus the other clouds. This is the cloud built for AI and all your biggest workloads. And right now, with zero commitment, you can try OCI for free. Head to oracle.com/Kim. That's oracle.com/Kim. And I'd also like to thank ExpressVPN. In just one click, ExpressVPN encrypts all your online activity, reroutes it through secure servers. So no one, not even your internet provider, can see what websites you visit or what apps you use. Get 4 extra months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. All right, every single day I just scour more than 35, 40 different sites. I talk to my industry insider buddies and friends and even my hacker friends to make sure that I know exactly what's going on in the techverse. And here are 5 things that you need to know. We're going to start with number 1, a total game changer. I want you to think about this. In Collier County, Florida, they just rolled out one of the most high-tech 911 systems in the country. Now, there, when you call 911, you can text, you can send photos, you can even stream live video straight to dispatchers.
That's so cool.
Isn't that something? And so instead of sitting there trying to describe what's going on, you can just show them. The system also pulls data from smartwatches, connected cars, your home security devices, everything to get first responders to you faster. And if that 911 system goes down, they have a backup remotely for you. It's called Next Gen 911. And they say that if your county's still using 1990s gear to handle emergencies, It's time to make some noise to say, hey, this is what we want. You want next gen 911.
So is the interface an app? So instead of dialing 911, I would open an app.
No, you could text them, the photos, the live video. You can FaceTime them. I mean, from what I understand, all this is just available to you. You don't necessarily need a specific app.
Okay, cool.
Because you can't, because, a lot of people, they don't have an app because then you worry about Apple, Android. But I understand that this system is actually working with existing infrastructure, which makes it even easier. Moving on to number 2. This is not a joke. Hackers can remotely slam the brakes on U.S. freight trains. Okay. All it takes is a $300 gadget you can buy on Amazon or eBay.
That's not good.
Okay. It's what's called an SDR. Do you know what SDR stands for?
I don't.
Software Defined Radio.
Okay.
See, now you know that. Totally legal, no license needed. With it and a free laptop app, someone can spoof the signal that tells a train's last car to hit the emergency brakes. These signals are not encrypted. They're not authenticated. They're wide open like it's 1982.
So like it's an AM or FM radio signal.
Yes, exactly. Security pros have warned about this since 2012. Now in 2025, they're saying, oh, we think we can fix it.
How are we going to do that? Put a password protection on the brakes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We need to stop, but I don't know my mother's maiden name.
So Samuel Herman coming in at number 3. He lives in a small town, Saline, Michigan. I have no idea where that is.
It's in Michigan.
10 people and Comcast internet barely worked. So he said, I'm tired of this. So every time the family called Comcast, the company said, we're going to fix the system. And the fix would last for about 2 weeks, then they had to do it again. So Sam grew up, he got married, bought a home, still couldn't provide another provider. So guess what he did?
He created one?
Exactly. With his brother-in-law, Sam built his own ISP from scratch. It's underground fiber, it's fast, it's reliable, no data caps, no contracts. They're serving 1,500 happy customers in rural Michigan.
I don't even know where to begin on how you'd start your own ISP.
Me neither. I don't know.
You just go dig a hole and start putting coax in the ground.
But here's the kicker. When Comcast learned what was going on, they called everybody up that they were crappy to for all those years and said, we are going to be offering you a big discount and unlimited plans.
If you come back?
If you come back. And they're like, no, not going to do it.
Do you think he's going to try to expand?
I hope he does.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's amazing. Moving into number 4, have you noticed there's some parts of Phoenix here that we have purple streetlights?
No,
have you noticed that?
We have purple streetlights?
Yeah, and it's not a Prince music video. It's
so
not.
Is it like green, yellow, red, purple?
Purple. But here's what's happened. Most of our streetlights are LEDs coated with yellow phosphor to look white. But when that phosphor layer degrades because of heat, cheap materials, time, whatever, it flakes off. And then all you're left is the bluish core, and bam, you get a purple light.
Okay.
So if you ever see that, that's what's going on. Milwaukee, Palm Beach, Los Angeles, Phoenix for sure. So nope, you're not in a sci-fi flick. It's just the light getting bad. And finally, this coming in at number 5. I hesitated to talk about this story.
Okay.
Because it's kind of an ethical issue.
All right.
Not kind of, it is an ethical issue. 74% of all Americans, when they run into a paywall on the internet, only 1% will actually pay.
Yeah, that checks out.
83% of all people did not pay a dime for online news. So what do you do when you hit a paywall?
Well, if we're talking about a news article, then there's a certain website that you can go to and put in the URL.
Which one is that? Is that Remove Paywall?
No, it's the Internet Archive.
Oh, you can do the Internet Archive.
Yeah.
There's also Remove Paywall.
Mm-hmm.
There's 12-Foot Ladder.
Right.
Another one. Yes.
And just put it in there, and they go, oh, hey, we're going to archive this for you. And then once you archive it, it's no longer behind the paywall, and you just click on it and read the article.
So is that wrong?
Yes. I mean, it's stealing.
Yes.
It definitely is stealing, where someone says, hey, if you want to access this, you got to pay. And then you go, no, I'm not going to pay. That's stealing. But there's too many. There's too many places, especially with my profession, where I'm looking for information, I can, but I'm not going to have 650 different accounts to make sure I look at the Fort Lauderdale Times to read a 30-second article about what I wanted to see. But I am stealing, no doubt about it.
Yeah, but other people are like, well, but, they shouldn't be charging for that. But they have bills to pay.
Right.
They have, but I think I just also read something this past week, something like 80% of all counties in the United States no longer have a journalist covering the beat.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you bypass these paywalls?
Not really. Sometimes I do.
So you just pay. If you wanted to read an article.
I pay for Business Insider, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times. I pay for the Daily Mail.
Okay, but what if it's some obscure, Branson, Missouri weekly that has a story you want the information on?
I'll Google the article title to see if I can find it elsewhere.
Where someone else read it, and then they're just rewriting it so they get the click.
Yeah, there's this website out of Germany that has it.
Okay.
And that has just about every article that's paid. And they have it all up there in different categories, just as its own website.
You are bypassing it. You're just going about it a different way.
No,
I'm stealing it by putting it under my coat. You're stealing it by throwing it in your purse.
I am not. I'm going to a website where there's ads and everything. It's a legitimate website.
You're going to a middleman who already stole it before and is giving you the stolen goods.
I'm not stealing. I'm learning. I'm reading. I'm trying to expand my horizons.
At least I'm honest enough to admit it.
Well, you're probably right. I mean, but I know there's no but. You probably, I guess, but I go to this other website.
So there's another thing you can do if you want to steal, like I do. You can take the URL and put it in ChatGPT and then say, please summarize and put into bullet points this article. And I say it's a good 75% of the time, ChatGPT goes right through the paywall and gives you the whole story right there.
I've never tried that.
Yeah. See, now you can steal firsthand. You don't have to get it through your dealer, Kim Komando.
Well, you know what? I'm paying for ChatGPT.
It's still stealing.
I mean,
I paid for the gun I used to rob the bank. Oh, my gosh.
All right, I'll go to confession.
Thank you.
Yeah. Remember, I told you what happened when I went to confession when I was a kid.
What happened?
I didn't tell you that?
I do, but that's I'm setting you up so you can tell the story.
All right, I'll tell this real quick. I was in the second grade. I had to go to confession every week. Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. My last confession was a week ago. I didn't do anything. So I'm standing there in line in the church, second grade. I see a Bible. I go, bam, yes. Maybe I forgot a commandment. So I go in there. Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. My last confession was a week ago. And he says all that stuff in Latin and blesses me. And he says, so my child, what did you do? And I said, I committed adultery.
Kim, you were so young already committing adultery.
And then the screen went over. And the guy who's looking at me goes like, and I'm like, what? He's like, you lied. Go say 10 Hail Marys and 10 Our Fathers and ask your mother what adultery is. And I went home and I asked my mother and she busted out laughing.
Hey, at least you had an official sin to confess to.
That's true.
Lying to a priest.
Listen, we're not getting any younger. That's why you need to add collagen to your diet. It's just a powerhouse packed with protein and scientifically proven to help with bone health, tissue recovery, even smooths out your wrinkles, thickens your hair, and strengthens weak or damaged nails. You see, as we age, our collagen levels drop, and that's where Native Path comes in. Their collagen formula is designed for quick absorption, making a difference you can feel and see. Plus, it's as pure as it gets. One single ingredient, no GMOs, no fillers, no gluten, no dairy, or any of that extra stuff. And forget those horse-sized pills. With Native Path, it's easy to add to your routine. Just mix it into coffee, smoothies, oatmeal, whatever you like. No clumps and no funky taste. Right now, as a Kim Komando Show listener, you get 45% off with free shipping and you get a free frother. Just go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Hey, coming up, we're going to talk about how you can ace your AI job interviews, some Facebook Marketplace pro tips, and wow, we have some callers waiting to get on the show right now you don't want to miss here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, be sure that you enter to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, a $999 value right now at winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right, I ran across the story about the brothers nuts.
Okay. Is all right for air?
Yes, it is. And joining us are Caleb and Austin. They are the founders of brothersnuts.com.
Super happy to be here. Thanks so much for having us on.
So tell me about how you guys got started. You were young. You're 12 and 14 back in, 2016?
Yeah, we were just a little bit younger back then, but you hit it right on the head. 12 and 14, still in middle school and just about to be in high school, and had no idea what was happening, but that's kind of what launched us into our company and our mission.
And so what made you start a nut company?
Great question. So the reason we started behind it was it all came down to our family. It wasn't, something we grew up thinking or dreaming about, but it was a necessity. Long story short, our dad, my brother and I, our dad was diagnosed with stage 4 multiple myeloma cancer, spread to the brain, all throughout the body, all throughout the blood, 4 tumors crushing his brainstem, and the doctors gave him only 7 weeks to live. And so in that moment, before that moment, we thought we were doing most of the right stuff, but after that diagnosis, everything went to that next level. And one of the biggest things was the foods and snacks we were eating. Mm-hmm. And so our mom went in the kitchen, started making these amazing, healthy, tasty snacks for our family to snack on. And so we were like, maybe there's something here. And so we started selling to family and friends, local farmers markets. And it was part of the reason why our dad went from 7 weeks in the hospital, living another 7 years. Wow.
And so that was the launch plan of this company. What were some big challenges that you faced at being so young trying to start a company?
Yeah, of course. Hello, by the way. I'm the younger brother. Starting a company when
you go second. You're the younger brother. Yes.
Well, yeah, Caleb likes to say he's always the older brother, but I always like to say I'm the taller brother, so it's hard to tell. I gotta give him some grief. But starting a business when 12 and 14 years old, the biggest challenge was being taken seriously, right? And so it really has, and also taking the business seriously when you're so young, right? For so long, we called ourselves a glorified lemonade stand. Instead of lemonade, we were selling nuts. And it wasn't until probably when we were the ages of 19, 20, 21, now I'm 21, Caleb 23, that we started taking the business seriously. And of course, people started taking us seriously because we started getting social proof. We started launching in the grocery stores and becoming number one at those grocery stores and be able to take it and scale it from there.
What is your number one seller?
So it's funny, Tim. Our mom's first snack she made for us was the crackled cheesy almonds, no dairy, and we always thought that was number one until we got the data back, which data never lies, and it's actually the garlic salty walnuts. That's actually our number one flavor.
So your product is you take nuts and you season them and you make them taste make them taste better and make them into a snack.
We take it even a step further. So we actually sprout all of our nuts and seeds. Are you familiar with the sprouting process at all?
No. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
I'll be quick. So what we do, we take the nuts and seeds and we soak them in water. Now, in that process, the nut almost thinks it's going to grow. It starts the germination process. Now, in those first couple hours of the germination process, the nut gets rid of these inflammatory acids and chemicals that are on the nut. In turn, it makes the nuts a lot easier to digest. And that easier digestion aids in the gut process, the digestive process. But on top of that, it transforms our nut to a much crunchier and tastier nut. It actually almost hollows out the nut a little bit. And on the walnuts, it makes a much crispier, much better texture.
I've never heard of this process.
Me neither.
Before you guys started doing this, were there other companies out there?
When we first started, there was really no one else out there. And so that's kind of why we had to make it in the kitchen ourselves. Our mom had to make it for our family because no one else was doing it. And nowadays, there's about 2 or 3 other companies, some larger, some bigger than us, that are out there. But back when we started in 2010 in the kitchen and in the basement, there was no one else doing it.
That's so interesting.
I think you guys are amazing. I really do. I love entrepreneurs. I love when people can follow a dream. Where do you see you guys, if you can, where would you project you to be in, say, 5 or 10 years from now?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. And right now, we made a big push into the grocery store and the retail space because that's where consumers are buying products. I mean, I always ask people, when's the last time you went to insert random potatochipbrands.com website and bought their products? Retail stores are where customers are discovering and buying new innovative products. And so for us in the next 5-10 years, we are looking to amplify that mission and get into pretty much every store in the U.S., from the Walmarts to the small stores to the Whole Foods. We want to expand our presence from the currently about 200 or 300 grocery stores that we're available in to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 stores, so we can give a healthy snack to everyone across the U.S.
I think it's great. I think it's fabulous.
Kim, I need you to finish the interview. I got to text my sister, and I got to yell at her for not helping me start a successful snack company.
Yes. That's it. Brothers Nuts. Caleb and Austin, so proud of you. I want you to make sure that you touch base with us at least once a year to keep us abreast of all the progress that you're doing right now. It's just amazing. Love success stories. Hey, speaking of businesses, over 42,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR onto one platform. Download the free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders, right now at netsuite.com/Kim. This is sad. Someone becomes a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds. That's bank accounts drained, credit ruined, and lives wrecked. I trust NordProtect to scan the dark web and monitor my credit 24/7. They'll alert you fast and cover up to $1 million in identity theft recovery costs. Right now, save 65% by going to the special address. That's nordprotect.com/Kim. That's nordprotect.com/Kim. Don't wait. Go now. nordprotect.com/Kim. I know you haven't looked for a job recently.
26 years.
Okay. Things have changed.
Oh, have they?
Right now, there's a big push for AI job screeners. So you apply for a job. You get a link that says we have determined that we want to take you through a screening process. You click that link, and then there's an AI deepfake person right there on the screen, on the video link, and it's a video chat. And that AI deepfake person is going to ask you questions like, tell me about yourself. What are some challenges? What are your goals? Where do you see yourself 10 years? What's the biggest mistake you've ever made in your career? What's the greatest asset that you bring to a company?
So like an entry-level interview that you would have with, someone who's low in the HR department.
Exactly.
Okay.
But now it's a bot. They listen, they transcribe, they score, they flag if you seem distracted, if you're getting anxious about any of the questions. So how do you pass the AI bot?
I create my own bot to answer all the questions, so I seem like the perfect candidate.
They say you want to keep your answers short.
Okay.
Always have eye contact.
Gotcha.
And try not to look down too much. So if you're thinking, you want to look up. Look up. Don't look down.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You're supposed to get better points that way.
I just look uncomfortable. I'm just staring at the ceiling, telling them all about myself.
Hi, my name's Andrew.
Well, I've been in radio for a while.
You don't know what radio is? Brenda in Charleston, South Carolina. Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Kim. How are you?
I'm great. What's going on?
Well, I've listened to your show for a long time, and you recommended the VPN before anybody else did, and I thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. A lot of people didn't realize it, that they needed it.
I managed to be absent from the internet for years, and I recently sold the property and out of curiosity looked up my name on the net and was shocked to find there I am. My full name and my address and everything, Spokio, People Finder, Facebook. How do I get my name off the web and off the dark web?
That's a good question.
Well, I was surprised you're shocked. I mean, I just assume every single piece of information about my life since I was 11 is on the internet.
So wait a minute. You said you weren't online for a couple of years. Where were you?
Oh, well, I've been online, and I've had computers for years, and I've had friends say, I can't find you on the internet anywhere. And I go, good, that's the way I want it.
Well, but now because you sold a piece of property, everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, and where I am.
Okay, well, there are, as you know, people search sites, data brokers. Okay. And the people search sites are run by the data broker companies. And so you have to look at what's the problem, what's the symptom of the problem. Now, you can go to all these individual sites like Spokio, as you mentioned, and People Finder and My Life. And have you looked at Family Tree now?
Nope.
Oh, are you in front of a computer?
Yep.
Okay. I want you to go to familytreenow.com and type in your name while I'm chatting. And I want to know what you find out about yourself. And now, and by the way, I don't endorse Family Tree. I'm not happy that they exist. They go under the assumption that you are trying to put together your family tree when really it's just a bogus thing so that you can find information about anybody. And so you can go to all these individual sites, as you mentioned, and jump through hoops, figure out how to opt out. And they don't make it easy, because if they made it easy, then they'd be out of business. So you might have to provide a proof of your driver's license. Sometimes you have to fax. Sometimes you have to send a letter. Sometimes you have to write a poem, whatever it may be. Did you find yourself yet?
No, I just got it to come up.
Oh, are you using Windows XP?
No.
Just wondering.
Didn't you hear her modem connect in the background?
You've got mail. There it goes.
Yeah. I've done genealogy, but I do it through legitimate places like the DAR.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's all right. So anyway, so you have all these different places.
Okay, 13 records found for me.
There you go. What is all going on in
Are
your...
you in an elevator?
What is happening?
It's my clock.
Oh.
I thought you were being abducted.
Exactly. I was like, the ship's coming down on
Right.
Brenda.
I'm in a room with my clock. I found 13 records found for me.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yep.
Have you seen if you still have a landline, that's probably still on there too, along with the AOL.
Actually, finding this information out, you'd probably rather have been probed than know that all this information's online.
Well, it has a death record up there for me.
Oh, well, that's not good. Obviously, that's wrong. So you can go to each individual place and opt out, as long as you have enough time and patience and energy to do that. It was probably about 3 years ago that I had this great, bright idea. I'm like, you know what? This is going to bring them in. The ratings are going to go through the roof. People are going to be like, yes, Kim Komando. And I called it Opt Out Tuesday. Every Tuesday on the website, in the newsletters, on the shows, I taught you how to opt out of one place. Everything was going great. People were loving it. Millions of hits. And then somebody figured out what I was doing. Those people at the data broker companies. And you know what they did? They changed every single way to opt out overnight.
Wow.
And then, oh my gosh, the phones were ringing here, the emails, the texts, like saying, your instructions don't work, Kim Komando, your instructions don't work. And I'm like, so I'm like, okay, dude, it's not my fault. Okay, It was working for like 6 months. It's like, I used to listen to you, Kim, and you were good, but now your instructions don't work. Like, man, you build one bad bridge, you know
Seriously.
what I mean? So
it was a good bridge.
Yeah.
Someone just cut it down.
Exactly. And so that's when I went and looked for a service. And there are competing services. And then I found, you may have heard me talk about them, Incogni. And it's incogni.com. And they do the dirty work of getting you out of the people search sites, so you don't have to.
Okay. Okay.
They've done over 1,400 requests for me. I'm also on data suppression lists. Tell them the story about your coworker.
Yeah, my buddy Jay came in and he was all distraught. And I was like, what's wrong? And he said, I'm kind of scared because I started texting back and forth with someone trying to sell me something. And I was being a jerk. and saying bad things to them. And then they sent me a picture of my house, pictures of my children, my address, my phone number. And he's like, now I'm kind of scared that they're going to do something. And I said, well, all your information's online. And he's like, I know. And my wife's is too. I don't know how to get it off. And so I said, well, Kim, she talks about this product called Incogni. And you can use promo code Kim and go ahead and sign up, and it'll start getting your name off of these websites. Like 25 minutes later, he walks back in the studio and says, I just Google searched my name and it's already off the Google search. How do they do that?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, after I tried the 3 and I signed up for Incogni, and I was so floored, I went to Tracy in sales. I'm like, Tracy, you got to sign these people up. Okay. I'm like,
it's a product that works.
Yes, it works. So if you go to privacykim.com, that's where you can check it out. They makes it super easy. And they just started a new thing that if you find yourself on the internet, you can give them the link and they'll take it down. So, I mean, they're going to go through all the people search sites and the data brokers and get you off the internet. And out of these databases, which there's actually a side benefit. Once you get out of the databases, the spam calls go down to almost zero. And the spam emails, because you're not on the list that they can buy, because anybody can buy this list. I mean, you don't have to look at them. You don't have to qualify yourself and say, hi, we own a legitimate business.
Oh, legitimate. Let me get my file for the legitimate business.
We're looking for people over the age of 50 who maybe have some money.
Now, you're not a scammer, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
no.
We'll get that right over to you.
No, I don't look like a scammer. Do you take cash?
Of course.
Exactly. Privacykim.com. You're going to love it, Brenda. Privacykim.com. Listen, there's been a lot of talk about AI making the world a better place, but better for who? Your internet provider? It doesn't sound better. That's why I protect myself with ExpressVPN. You should too. ExpressVPN encrypts all your online activity and reroutes it through secure servers. That means no one, not even your internet provider, can see what websites you visit or what apps that you use. ExpressVPN works on smartphones, laptops, tablets, just about any device. And with one click, you're just protected. You have a private, secure internet connection. It comes with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. And just a few of the reasons why I use ExpressVPN. Right now, get 4 extra months of ExpressVPN for free at expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. Before I go back to your calls, just have to tell you, there's a new scam that's making the rounds. You're going to get an email with a subject that says, you need to see this. You need to see this. When you do, there's a video with a news anchor. You play it. The news anchor says that you've been talking to underage kids online. And it pops up a picture of yourself. Claims that there's a warrant out for your arrest. If you don't pay up, all this information is going to go out about you to everybody on your contact list. Now, the latest trick is that the fake news broadcasts actually say that the police are looking for you and they're after you. And they even use real footage of you that they find online to make it look convincing. This is a lot of work.
It is. These scammers are busy.
Okay. So you might panic and say, oh my gosh, the police are after me. Okay. It's all just a scam. So don't even open the email.
No. If you see an email that says you got to see this, don't open it.
Yes. And, if the police are after you, they're not going to go and get a video of you online.
And send it to the news.
And say, hey, we're looking for Bob.
They know where you are.
Can we get this on the 12 o'clock news?
All of your information's on the internet. They know how to find you.
Gosh. You got to give them an A for creativity, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah, they've come a long way since a Nigerian prince wants to share his inheritance with me.
Yeah, I still remember getting those phone calls. Do you think it's legit? Out of all the billions of people in the world, they chose you, yes. Okay. If they're not choosing me, they're not choosing you. Still to come, we have some great phone calls as well as some tips about how to use Facebook Marketplace the right way here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, in just one click, ExpressVPN encrypts all your online activity and routes it through secure servers. So no one, not even your internet provider, can see what websites you visit or what apps that you use. Get 4 extra months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. All right, over 1 billion users. Facebook Marketplace is essentially eBay and Craigslist just all rolled into one. So here are some great tips I want you to keep in mind. Number one, misspellings are your secret weapon. Try searching for dining table with 2 N's or break up lawnmower into 2 words. Listing with bad photos, short descriptions, low prices, those are usually from people who just want the item gone. And timing matters. Sundays and Mondays are prime time because people post stuff after the big weekend cleanups. Hey, on that happy note, want to make sure that you have time to enter our new contest. You can win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, a $999 value. Enter now while you're thinking about it. Go to winfromkim.com. All right, everybody, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And make sure that you leave us a nice 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. And if you're watching us on YouTube, what do we say, Andrew? Like, comment, share?
Please like, comment, and share.
Yes, and smash the like button.
Right now, smash the subscribe button.
Oh,
We've been
subscribe.
sitting at like 112 for a month.
Oh, come on, somebody. Just smash it.
Please.
Oof. Yes.